What up, everybody? It's your boy MBM back again with another one. And today, man, I'm coming to teach you guys how to record a clean vocal. The process I take in getting my vocal together. The first steps I do when I'm using my Zingo. If you got a Zingo, this will be good for you. But if you don't, you can still follow the levels. If you got a 2i2, whatever you have, I got that. I got the RME. So whatever interface you have, it'll help you. It'll work. So you guys can see the steps I take on getting my vocals at -12 dB. Recording a clean vocal is a good process because it shows you how to level your vocals. Not only level your vocal, but being able to leave some space so you can get a good mix going and throw some of them plugins you like to use on there. So for those of you who having problems with your vocals being too loud and they distorted, or your wave files looking too big, you're at the right place. So do me a favor. In the description, I'm gonna leave a link to this merch, man. Go copy out one of these Mixed by MALACHI hats, courtesy of your boy. No strings attached, but just buying a hat. Woo! I just did some more cat in the hat ass riddle, right? Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, man. Also hit that bell notification, that'll keep you in tune with all the latest content I drop. Make sure you on that like button, hit that, man. Hey, it's your boy Big Chief. Before we dive into this video, you know what we gotta do first, man. We gotta roll that intro. Let's get it. All right, let's get it popping, man. So, in order for me to get like a nice clean vocal going in, so the first steps I like to do is I like to go to my interface. Let me pull up my mixer by Zingo. I'm gonna bypass the plugins that I got up right now, so we can just get like a clean signal. Well, I wouldn't say clean signal, but we just get a dry signal going in. As you can see, my voice just changed. That way you guys don't have to worry about recording any plugins going in. But I normally use these plugins for when I'm actually doing tutorials. I don't record none of these going in. That's not my style. I don't like doing that because I like to use manual compression. I like to, move things around when the beat is playing. So, but as you can see, so first thing you want to do is if your interface has 48V, that's your phantom power. That's how you're going to get your mic to cut on. Click your phantom power, turn your phantom power on. So with this, I got to actually open up the mic modeling, and then I can just turn my Man, I left y'all for a second. Yeah, so basically what I do is I want to get my vocals to -12 dB. So let's just say, for instance, you got your vocals, let's say I'm going to go all the way up here. Now, the problem with this is that my vocals are super loud, right? So, excuse me. My vocals are super loud. It's not where I want them to be. This is not how I like my vocals. So I'm going to just show you, for instance, so this is troublesome. I'm gonna just do the hook. The hook is pretty much like a -4 semitone, probably just to give it that demonic sound. But I don't have that in right now. I'm just gonna do the actual first lead of the hook. So with my mic being as loud, we'll see what my vocals is, and then let me turn it to the actual mixing board. And as you can see, I'm above -12, not where I want to be. So where I'm at, about -2. So I'm really not giving myself enough headroom to throw plugins on this. So I know it's super loud right now, but this is just a prime example. So let's record this. It's gonna be loud. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit, niggas know. I got problems and I don't give a fuck about a hoe. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit, niggas know. I got problems and I don't give a fuck about a hoe. We be up all night, no sleep. We be up all night, no sleep. Now, as you can see, how loud my vocal is right now, and that's with my preamp. That's with me boosting my preamp up a lot louder than what it should be. So that's around, so we got it around 35 dB. Now that's too loud. So you can see the vocals is hecka loud. Let me bring that back down because I'm probably loud in y'all ear. So what I do to get a clean vocal, the first steps I like to do is I like to take the interface. I like to take my mixer, right, my Zingo mixer, and then I'll turn it to where my audio is. So the thing is, where my verse is. So the thing is like when I'm recording, I want this to hit around negative 12 dB, or just a little bit more than negative 12 dB. But you want to give yourself a nice amount of room to throw plugins on and mix the verse. So around this area, I like to pretty much just what I do is to get it to negative 12 dB. I adjust the volume as I go. So what I'll do right now is, like I'll just say the hook, man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit, people. I done been through shit, niggas know. Man, I'm troublesome. Let me take this back down. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit, niggas know. I got problems and now I don't give a fuck about a hoe. Man, I'm troublesome. So you can see I'm still touching around, -5, which is not bad, but me, I like to have my vocals low because for the simple fact that when I throw my compressor on there, I can actually boost the vocal level with a compressor. I can add a limiter if needed, but it gives me space to play with the vocals, to play with the plugins. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna bring it down a little more. About, let's try -20 now. And as you notice, the more I bring it down, the less you hear my room, the more things get quiet. So you got to remember that. So when you're boosting your vocals up with your preamp, now you're starting to get the noise room when you pull it up. So let's just bring it up. So you start getting a lot of noise in the room, and then that can be a problem for your vocals because now you got to go in with an EQ, start cutting stuff out, and that don't work all the time, especially if that's too loud like that. So let's try it again right here, and then also look at your wave file. You don't want your wave file to look like this. You want your wave files to kind of be around this area, example, like this is okay, but like I like mine around here. Like this is with this vocal right here is with the preamp. So without the preamp, you want to definitely get your vocals around this area like this, around -12 dB. So always remember to look at your wave, and you can tell if that vocal is too loud. Because right now this vocal look like it's been mastered. So that's way too loud. So let's cut that, and then let's do it again with it at 22. I believe I got on 22, right? All right, so let's see. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and now I don't give a fuck about a hoe. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and now I don't give a fuck about a hoe. We be up all night, no sleep. We be up all night, no sleep. We be up all night, no sleep. We be up all night, no sleep, cause I'm troublesome. So you can see right here, my vocals is at a cool level, you know what I mean? And then when you go over here, it's at -5. So around -12 to 5, you still got a whole bunch of headroom. Your vocals not bleeding. You're not clipping in the red. And a dope part about having ozone, like I said, when you turn on ozone, it definitely has like a true peak to where you can click on that, and it'll keep a lot of things from getting hot. But being in this area is like a perfect area for your vocals. So never send your sessions to people with your vocals, louder than this, or, everywhere, like these are transients. So you can see that just, they're hitting pretty hard. But in here, a lot of people like to use compression going in because it controls the transients. But me, I rather do it manually. So yeah, but this is where you want your vocal to be. And let me see if I can play this back. My camera in the way. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and now I don't give a fuck about a hoe. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and now I don't give a fuck about a hoe. We be up all night, no sleep. We be up all night, no sleep. We be up all night, no sleep. So you can see I got a lot of headroom to play with plugins if needed, so I give myself enough space to where if I need to play with plugins and stuff like that, I got enough space to play with them, because most of the times people would, like if your vocal is way too loud, if like the first wave I showed you, if it's like that, then you're gonna have a problem with compression. Most of y'all compressors be having gain knobs on them, and that's already enabled, and y'all may not know it, and then you're trying to figure out why your verse is too loud, why it sound like you're doing a heavy metal song, like it's just hella distorted, like so definitely pay close attention to your mic preamp, your mic pre, or whatever you got. Just make sure you pay attention to your levels going in, because this is the most important part. And then like I said, on the next video, I'm gonna show you, because this vocal is actually, like I got a little Altar Boy on that. If y'all not familiar with Little Altar Boy, that's a pretty dope plug-in. Let me see.
Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and I don't give a fuck about a hoe. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and I don't give a fuck about a hoe. We be up all night, no sleep. We be up all night, no sleep.
No sleep.
We be up all night, no sleep.
So that's what's gonna be on this vocal. But before I even throw that on there, I'm gonna start mixing the vocal and stuff like that. So I got another tutorial on how to mix this vocal that's coming up, so you guys are understanding, you'll know. And yeah, that's how I record my vocals going in, like that, man. I don't like a lot of preamps and a lot of compressors going in and stuff like that, because now you got to set your levels again. So most of the times, like I did, I just bypassed it. But if I turn it on, you hear a different sound coming in. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if you got the Analog Audio Zen Go. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on like the plugins that I like to use that I think are, pretty much usable. Some of them I don't like the Op2A. It's cool, but then once I cut it on, it sounds like I'm in like some type of hallway or something. This is crazy. Like I don't like it. And I pay for that plug-in, man. I pay for like a bundle. It was expensive. And, I feel like when you, purchase stuff like that, just buy the plugins that's good for you. I don't know. I'm not sure if, Analog Audio let you test them before you buy them, like Apollo do. But, yeah. So, being said, like if I'm using this, I do the same thing. Like I don't turn my mic up when I'm using like a mic preamp, a VEC EQ, Pogue Tech, that's what I guess that's what they're trying to make it, And then the BA6A is the compressor that I use. I think this compressor is very good on my vocals when I'm recording, but I want to use these plugins in the DAW, so I'm not sure if that's you can do that yet, but yeah, that's cool, man. But this is how I record my vocals going in clean. So remember, man, you always want to check your levels, your dB level. Try not to boost it up too loud, have it up too loud. You know what I mean? Like I said, you start hearing noise in the room. The cars driving by with the booming systems, you know what I'm saying? You'll hear outside, and especially if you got like a window by you like I do, you hear the motorcycles out there. You'll hear the rice burners out there going, man, rearing up engines and shit. And yeah, man, this is pretty much how I record my vocals going in. Like I said, it's simple, man. Like you just want to make sure you're around negative 12 dB, 7, maybe 5. Just give yourself enough room to play around with your vocals. And if you got to, like I said, dial as you go. So if you're on a 2i2 I say around 10 o'clock on a 2i2 is perfect. So, but I mean, me and you, we probably got different vocals. So you may be a louder type of cat. You may be screaming and yelling. So you want to definitely set that to negative 12 dB, because as you can see, I can do my verse without having to, we be up on, now I can really yell my verse being close to the mic. And that's the good part about that. And man, I don't know, I think I touched on everything with this, man. Like I said, it's very simple to get a clean vocal going. Like you definitely want to get your levels. Make sure you look at your audio, your wave file. It looks like this. And it can be a little smaller if you want to. Like I said, you just want to give yourself enough headroom to put plugins on it, to play around with plugins. So if I take this, right, let's see. Let's go here. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to use a compressor on it. Let's see. Plugins, VST, D-Lane, Tico. So let's just say I want to use Tico on it, and I want to do some compressing. Now, with my verse being low like this, when it's it's being low like this, let's go to Oxygen. Let's play it. Now I can use the gain. I can use the gain if I want to. Now I can start turning my vocals up with the gain from here. I can start adding some compression to it, and later on in the line, if I feel like I needed to level up with the beat more, when I turn it to mono, I'll turn the limiter on it. So let's check it out. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and I don't give a fuck about a hoe. Man, I'm troublesome. I done been through shit. Niggas know I got problems and I don't give a fuck about a hoe. We be up all night, no sleep. 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 Cause I'm troublesome. Which is cool. And like I said, even with me being in the room I'm in right now, I still add a gate to this to kind of clean it up a lot more. And man, like this will help you with, being able to get your compressor to sound right, being able to mess with other plugins that you like and it sounds right, like a EQ or something. You may want to go in there, clean up a little bit of, clean up a few areas or whatever. But yeah, this is what I do, man, to get it popping. And this is what you need to do to get a clean vocal, man. Just follow these steps. I promise you, man. Like, make sure all your vocals looking like this on your beat. And make sure your beat is mixed proper. Man, matter of fact, I'm about to do a tutorial on how to mix to a 2-track beat, man. And, I see a lot of tutorials, man, and they be missing some steps, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, hey, Mally really get down, boy. So, yeah, I got y'all, man. I got y'all covered in the next, not the next video. Maybe after that one's going to be how to record to a 2-track beat, how to get it going and it's basically how to record to a 2-track beat. You know what I mean? How to, mix the beat down if it's too loud. If it's, most of y'all buy the beats and they be hella loud. So most of the beats you buy are mastered anyway because they got to make it boom for you to, to like the beat, to buy the beat. So, hey, man, I think I touched bases on all this, man. And it's your boy MBM. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. One love, and I'm out.